Government's commitment to providing the impetus for the continued growth and expansion of the local coconut industry continues to propel the sector forward, with Guyana now among three of the major coconut-producing countries in the region, producing 20% of the region's demand. Recently, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa commissioned a new $4.3 million coconut seedling nursery at Hosororo in Region 1, Parima Waini, another step of the ongoing decentralization of the Hope Coconut Industries Inc. seedling nursery to allow easier access to quality seedlings in every region of the country. The program began in early 2021 and saw the establishment of coconut seedling production centers at the Nari substation on the Linden Highway, number 63 Village Quarantine, Canal number 1 in Region 3, at Charity in Region 2, at Wakenham and Legwan, and now in Region 1. There are also 3 additional nurseries to be established in Regions 8, 9, and 10. Speaking during the commissioning of the Region 1 seedling production facility housed in the Nari compound in Hosororo, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa said the facilities are critical to government's effort at encouraging the nation's farmers to invest in coconut, as it is a very lucrative industry at this time when coconut and coconut byproducts are in high demand globally.
This coconut nursery heard the benefit of coconut today. The world is looking back. One time we didn't recognize the importance of coconut. Today, the entire world is looking at the benefit and the importance of a coconut. You heard the Cardi representative talk about the money, the investment and the income. Moved from $8 to $10 million. But when you look at the coconut industry, it's not only for oil. The coconut industry, you can do all-round trade with it. You could make oil, you could use the fiber to do other things, the raw materials. You could use it for coconut water. The coconut water industry alone in this world is of $2.2 billion. Imagine that. All across the world you go. North America, the Caribbean, you see coconut water being bottled. Right? But we have to take advantage of those things. Because when you go to Barbados and you go to Trinidad and Tobago, or you go to North America in the United States or Canada, you see coconut coming from Thailand, coconut coming from Vietnam. Why we can't seize the opportunity? Because we have abundance of coconut in this country. We have a number of people who are exporting coconut. So let us take the advantage. Let us take up the challenge and use that so that we can develop the coconut industry in our country.
Minister Mustafa assured the residents of Region 1 that government is standing with farmers in every part of the country, providing support at every step of the way, including providing the markets for their produce.
And I want you, the farmers, to take advantage of what we are doing in Region 1. Because we know over the years, Region 1, as the chairman rightly said, that Region 1 also have fertile land, and you have to make use of those land. Today, more than ever, the government will work with you to find market for your produce. We know that's the #1 issue for you here in Region 1. So when you have enough, and when you produce large amount, you don't have market for them. Sometimes you dump it or you have to give away. So that will be the thing of the past. We will work with you to find market for your produce. Because what we are doing right now, we are working with all the member states in CARICOM. And all those barriers that used to exist, the non-tariff barriers, and let me break it up for you. They used to put certain conditions, certain rules, that for example our pine can go to Barbados, our tangerine and oranges cannot go to Trinidad and Tobago. Our spices, turmeric, ginger and so can go to Jamaica. They put certain rules. You call it non-tariff barriers. Today, all those non-tariff barriers are being removed. We are seeing places like Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname are coming to Guyana to ask for help to develop their agriculture sector. As I am speaking here today, officials from the Ministry of Agriculture are preparing shade houses to send to Barbados, shade houses to send to Trinidad and Tobago, coconut plant to send to Trinidad and Tobago, coconut plant to send to Barbados. We have root crops, things like yam, edo, sweet potato, all those things they are requesting from Guyana. Never in the history of CARICOM we have seen those kinds of requests coming to Guyana. So all of us should be proud. I was able to send a team to Barbados after I visited Barbados with the president, and we looked at certain projects that Barbados want to do. We were able to send a technical team to help the Barbados government to start the production of brackish water shrimp. We are now we'll be sending another team to Trinidad and Tobago to start cultivation of aromatic rice. So those are big projects.
Farmers of Hosororo and other communities of Region 1 who plant spices such as black pepper, turmeric, ginger, etc. were assured that NARI would be working with them to ensure that all of what they produce find its way to available markets outside of the region. Earlier, head of the Hope Coconut Industries Limited, Ricky Rupchan, spoke of the conceptualization of the decentralization effort, indicating that the decision on where to place the seedling nurseries was arrived at after extensive consultations with stakeholders across the country.
Let me say firstly that this project, we didn't pull it out of the air and implement it at Hosororo. It was done based on several hundreds of consultations that was done around the country. That when the minister took office, the first thing they did was kick the dust, get on the ground, and did consultation in all the regions. And based on that, a program was formulated, and based on the program, you, the people of this region, this area, selected this project, and the minister has given us the responsibility to implement the coconut nursery here. It comes under what you call a decentralization program. It means we bring in the product to you. So you'll have easy access to adequate amount of seeds at an affordable price. It's a people-driven project. We want you, the farmers, to benefit from it. This is just one of 10 nurseries we will have around the country. This is the 9th nursery. And I just want to go back, like in the year 2020, we just could have produced only 1,500 seed nuts. We only had 5 bins. This is a 10 bin nursery. We only had 5 bins then, and we only could have produced 1,500. Today, we will have, this year at the end of December, we will have 10. We have 9 now, and we could produce 206,000 seedlings if we run them at full capacity. And that statistic is one that is on the top. In terms of other Caribbean countries, we are ahead of them.
According to Mr. Rupchan, projections by Minister Mustafa that government intends to grow the coconut industry by 1,000 acres per year is on track.
To say the projection and the way we have seen the coconut industry growing, for example, in 2021, we say that we put a conservative estimate it would expand by 1,000 acres. It actually expanded by 205 acres. That was in 2021. This year, we say it will grow another 1,000. As of August month end, it's at 2,700. It's exceeded the target again. That's the trajectory that the coconut industry is taking, and we want to take advantage of that and encourage you as farmers to get into coconut production. People from this region came to Hope Estate where we have the main nursery, and it was very expensive for them to bring the coconut plants here. So we had a few people who bought coconut plants at Hope, and they were complaining about the cost to bring it here. So you have it here now. I want to encourage you to utilize it to your advantage. And remember, this is a people-driven project. The minister is very firm that he wants farmers to benefit, and the Ministry of Agriculture as well. Our program is focused on people. That is why a consultation was done, and you have the establishment of this coconut nursery.
Also present at the Region 1 Coconut Nursery commissioning was Guyana's partner in agricultural development, the Caribbean Agriculture Research and Development Institute CARDI, in the person of Mr. Jaman Kundun, the organization's local representative. He noted that the global demand for coconut and its byproducts has been growing by leaps and bounds, and Guyana is well poised to take an even greater foothold in meeting a bigger share of this demand.
In 2016, the region produced $8 million in coconuts, and 2020 it went up to 10 million US. So we could see that the demand is constantly rising. We started in 2010 with in a region for 313,000 tons of coconuts produced, and it's projected by 2023 in the region it will go up to 726,000 tons. So we could see that the demand is exponentially increasing, almost twofolds there in 13 years. Guyana is among 3 major producers of coconuts in the region. We produce 20%, DR produced 59%, and Jamaica produced 12% of the region's demand. Initiatives like these will allow us to go beyond this 20% that we supply in the region, and giving farmers the opportunity to start from the real beginning of the industry by your plants. High quality plants will allow us to go beyond and become #1 in the region. Guyana is positioned for its land and all its abundance of natural elements that we are blessed with to contribute more than 20% in the region. So with this here, we have an excellent opportunity to grow the industry, and by empowering small farmers at your level will enable your region and country to grow exponentially coconut as a sector that could bring in significant earning and foreign exchange and money in your pocket.
After cutting the ribbon to symbolically commission the facility, the Agriculture Minister instructed that the cost for the seedlings be reduced by half for the farmers of the region as an incentive to get them started on expanding coconut cultivation there. Instructions were also relayed for a reduction in the cost of seedlings on offer at the Nari substation in Hosororo. Minister Mustafa and team toured the black pepper cultivation and spice mill in the Nari compound, instructing that there be a ramping up of spice cultivation in the region, promising government support in ensuring that markets are found for every ounce of spice or other crops harvested.